Start the reactor.
Hey, what's up? This is Guillermo from Angelus Patria. I'm here with the Crypt of Metal-O-Mania.
Hey, this is Joe from Gamma Bomb here, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
Fuck the red and blue pills. Let's take the black pill and wake up inside the Metal-O-Matrix. Time to plug in and turn it up.
First, aliens exist. Deal with it.
Good evening, Death Star. Tonight, a special report on the controversial attack on Alderaan.
While some view the attack as unwarranted, the Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Welcome, one. Welcome all to our Sci-Fi special. In fact, it's going to be a 2-week Sci-Fi special. And part 1 begins now with a little bit of Ravager. Ravager out of Germany. I fucking love that band. We told you, actually, in 2017, we told you to get Eradicate, Annihilate, Exterminate. In 2019, we told you to get Thrashletics. And now, this one's the best yet. The third attack is out now. Pick it up. And we opened up our Sci-Fi show with it. Fucking badassery abounds. And, man, we're going to have a big show in store for everybody tonight. Scully, as you see, is not with me yet, but she'll be joining us in just a moment, because her and the Thralls of Metal Gang are going to join me to break down the greatest sci-fi movies of all time. That's right. We're going to do a 2-week thing where we're going to celebrate our metal geekness and our love of science fiction movies, man. And it's going to be fun. I'm telling you, we got the right panel for this. Scully brought her list. Necrotic Nick. A big shout out to the Thralls of Metal guys, by the way, who will be joining us here shortly, too, for joining us again, man. I talk to those guys about any reason I can make up these days, and they're going to come on and help us do the science fiction thing. We're going to have Necrotic Nick in. We're going to have Shredlord. We're going to have Jammin' John. We're going to have Scully and myself. We all did our top 7 science fiction movies of all time, and it's going to be fun. Going to be a good time. And, of course, in between the show all night, we're going to slip you some metal. We're going to slip you some background science fiction information and clips and fucking pop culture and all that crap along the way. So, man, it should be a lot of fun. And don't forget, Friday night, we're going to have a special Metal Yard episode this Friday night where we're going to feature Patrick from Pestilence is coming by. The new Pestilence album, Exodivum, comes out this Friday. And on this Friday, we'll be talking to Patrick from Pestilence about that. In fact, our entire playlist that night will be nothing but brand new shit that comes out on June 25th. Everything you hear on the show on June 25th will literally be releasing that day. So get your pens and your paper ready. Or I guess nobody uses that shit anymore. Get your fucking iPads ready and iPhones ready, and let's get ready to throw some money at your favorite metal artists. And right now, let's get ready to throw your attention at some of our favorite metal people. So let's bring in Scully. Let's bring in Necrotic Nick. Let's bring in our main man, Shredlord. Let's bring in Jammin' John, all those cats from Thralls of Metal. And let's get to talking about our favorite science fiction movies of all time. And please do, whatever medium you're watching the show on tonight, whether it be the Podbean, whether it be Apple or iTunes, or whether it be on the YouTube and all, whatever, Utreon, whatever stream spot, please do jump on the boards and let us know what your favorite science fiction films are, because we're going to celebrate that for 2 weeks, man. So let's get it started, shall we? Bring in the gang.
This is Waylon from Truth to Void, and tonight we celebrate sci-fi flicks on Metal-O-Mania.
And the metal badassery continues here at Metal-O-Mania, and it's even more on fire because I'm joined by some of the people I love the most in this world. What's up, Thralls?
What up?
What's happening?
Oh, and of course Scully too. Yeah. But Thralls. No. No, but
I get it.
Thank you guys, man, for real. Let's start. For those who do not know, I know Nick has been on the show 100 times, so we'll get to you last. But introduce yourselves to those who do not follow the Thralls already, and we'll tell them why they should be here in a second, guys.
Right on. What's up, guys? I'm Jammin' John.
I'm Shredlord, and this is my buddy Tommy. What up?
Tommy, welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, thanks so much. Feels good to be here.
And I'm Necrotic Nick. I'm pretty sure you guys know me by now. Popped up on here enough. But, yeah, we are a collection of thralls.
Man, well, you guys are fucking Metal-O-Mania family, as people who follow our show know. Hopefully they're following your show. They're doing the crossover, you know.
Oh, yeah.
A rising tide raises all boats, as it were, and shit, right?
Sport scene, that's what we're all about.
Fuck yeah. And
very
tonight,
in here.
Tonight we're here to do something special, too, because, well, Shredlord and Necrotic Nick joined us about, what, a month ago, I want to say?
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah. We counted down our favorite 80s comedies of all time.
They had a scene where the guy slowly rolled into a Pinto and it just exploded.
Honestly, it's still one of the shows I'm most proud of to this day.
I wish I could have been there for that.
Dude, that was a fun one, man.
Damn good episode.
It stands in our archives, and actually, it's still breaking records, man. That episode is still getting hit all the time.
Awesome. Dude, it was a fun one to do.
It strikes everybody's nostalgia bone. So.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everyone loves 80s comedy.
Yeah.
And everybody's trying to touch my bone. So that, but anyway.
I know that's right.
Congratulations.
Well, you spoke up really quick.
Yeah, there's more of it available now. Anyway. All right, that was the inside joke with the Thralls, guys. But tonight, actually, we're doing something special again. We're going to count down our favorite science fiction movies of all time. We're going sci-fi tonight with Thralls and Metal-O-Mania.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are.
Sounds good.
Fuck
We're
yeah,
going
well,
it down.
It is time.
a little bit of background. I'll tell everybody, we're all a bunch of metal nerds here, of course.
Yeah.
I think that goes without saying.
Ain't even hiding it.
And dude, Nick, you came on and did our opening and closing for our comic book villain special, which I appreciate, brother, very much.
Thank you for letting me do that, man.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Scully's a comic book movie person, so.
Right.
There's intersecting lines always. You can love both. You can love one. You can love the other. I prefer you like both though because they're both great.
They're both great. I love all that shit.
I want a Dark Turtle film. I want to go to the roots. I want like Sin City style.
Oh,
I think that would be amazing. Yeah, we can move on because I can talk about turtles all night.
I like turtles. I love that you put out the villains episode.
Yes.
Like, of course, Metal-O-Mania couldn't highlight the heroes,
Heroes are boring.
Oh, yeah, what fun is that? Look at this guy. He saved somebody. He gets coffee. He, regular dude.
He wears a mask. He has a shield or a suit. I don't fucking know.
No, it's good. It was awesome.
Honestly, one of my favorite lines from those entire what ended up being a 2-part special was Nick saying heroes are very much defined by their rogues gallery, and I think that's so true.
I mean, you think about it. If Batman had a lame collection of villains, I don't think anyone would really pay much attention. But no, he's got a great collection.
Stellar, yeah.
Right.
Several of which made our list.
Oh, they should.
Yeah. In the archives, check it out, guys.
It's in the archives. Check it out. There you go. And that gives me a little bit of setup. And of course, we'll start working our way around the room here in a second. But that does give me a little bit of our preset for our conversation here. We did decide pre-air together to leave out the Star Trek franchise, to leave out the Star Wars franchise. There was another one too. What was it? Oh, and the comic book stuff. Actually, we decided we did the comic book stuff already. So, all right. Just so people know, later in the show, when we don't want watchers sending us emails saying, "Where the fuck is Star Wars at, you dumb bastards?"
These people are posers. Fuck this, I'm going home.
Maybe we'll do another one later where we, put those in order, the Star Wars shit or something.
Oh man, that'd be tough.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get to it, man. Everyone has prepared their list. What we decided to do, since there's so many of us, was our list of 7. Our top 7 sci-fi movies, and we, of course, left room for one honorable mention for everybody. And we decided with our order before air. So let's start with our honorable mentions and go to our main man, Jam and John. By the way, brother, thank you for joining me, Johnny. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me. I've been meaning to do this for a while, just haven't. So, but tonight's the night. You got me here.
Oh, well, we'll be doing a bunch of these now. So.
It's hard to put a fucking schedule together, isn't it?
No shit.
Oh, no, I hope people don't start messaging me. God damn it. Okay.
Tell them to fuck off.
Yes.
Yes, out there in TV land, if you're watching this,
fuck off.
Fuck off. Don't. That's not what I mean.
Don't really do that.
No, it means fuck off and die. He didn't finish it.
So my honorable mention was The Last Starfighter.
Welcome to Rylos, my boy. You mean like in a game? You may have thought it was a game, but it was also a test. Sent out across the universe to find those with the gift to be starfighters. Something fast! And here you are, my boy. I'm a kid from a trailer park. If that's what you think, then that's all you'll ever be. Burn!
Great movie. Love
What
that.
it is. Great movie.
The guy in the trailer park. I actually live in a mobile home right now, so technically I'm a guy in a trailer park, and I take over the world with a video game. Even though I don't play video games, I loved that movie as a kid.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I love that one. What was the big final move? The ship had Death Blossom or some shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Who didn't play a video game at that age? Like, dude, I'm going to get so good at this that a fucking alien race is going to contact me and fucking need me to save the world.
I'm going to be recruited by Space Force.
Yep. I played Defender 2 a lot. I had a cabinet in my room, and unfortunately I never got recruited, even though I got a lot of high scores.
You had a cabinet in your room?
Yeah.
Man.
It was actually courtesy of a family friend. He said, yeah, I got it, and no one wanted it, so here.
Like, oh, no one wanted it.
My childhood sucked. I didn't have a game.
I didn't have the key to it and everything, so I could just keep like flicking the little credit thing for the quarters.
Yep.
Replay.
Well, we had Tommy and I lived together many years ago now, and we had a gaming cabinet at the Cat House, and there were like 50. It was the same as your Raspberry Pi emulator, Nick.
It had a bunch of games.
Yeah, it had like 7,000 games on it. We played a lot of Golden Tee.
Yeah, it had the
I
roller
love
wheel
Golden
so you could play
Tee.
with Golden Tee. That's pretty sweet.
I loved that game. That was a great game.
Also, the Simpsons game. Remember the Simpsons game?
Yeah.
That game was my shit. I loved it. And Turtles in Time.
Dude, Turtles
Oh, I
in Time
remember.
fucking rules.
For sure.
I know I'm old, but I'm still waiting to get recruited by the fucking Pac-Man fucking aliens or whatever. So
I mean, I should have been recruited by, like, what, Ninja Gaiden a while, because I was really good at that game on NES. But, you know what?
And remember Rampage?
Oh, dude, Rampage was the shit.
Rampage was awesome.
Oh, regular Rampage. That was your game, wasn't it?
Oh my god, yeah, that one gave me PTSD until
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
old enough to think of it fondly.
All right. Well, we did a video game show a few months ago. Everybody, go to the archives and watch that one. But yeah, that's a great fucking honorable mention for you, Jam and Johnny. What's yours, Big Shred?
I got to go with the original Guyver.
I am the Guyver.
Which has Mark Hamill in it, and for some reason I fucking love that movie, and I even love the second one, even though it's really bad. I mean, the first one isn't that great, but I still look on it fondly and enjoy the hell out of it, you know? The Guyver, sure.
Dude, I was a guy that always wondered why Mark Hamill wasn't everywhere. You was fucking Luke Skywalker. How did this guy become, how was Han Solo everybody and Luke Skywalker nobody? I never did get that,
Dude, the cover to that movie was misleading, too, because it portrayed, like, you thought Mark Hamill was going to be the Guyver. It was like, no, it's another kid. Mark Hamill's in it.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
But, yeah, I like the second one, too. I think, actually, the choreography is better in the second one, but the film work is not as good as the first
And the
one.
jokes are incredibly cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, going out of their way to be bad. But Michael Berryman's in the first one, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's becoming tradition. We're not allowed to do a show together where we don't mention Michael Berryman, by the way. So
I love that guy. I fucking love Michael Berryman. He's awesome.
Me too, brother.
He's in so many things that I end up loving in my life.
Fuck
So
yeah. Oh, and I'm a Wes Craven disciple, so
yeah, dude.
Good shit, good shit. All right, well that brings us to I think that's your honorable mention now, Miss Scully.
I am going to go with my honorable mention as The Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors, a story about a boy.
I've given you sunlight, I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy, unless I open a vein. Where did you get such a weird plan?
Yes!
Rick Moranis,
Man's a total disgrace to the dental profession.
Ellen Greene,
Excuse me, what? That's better.
Vincent Gardenia, with special guest appearances by Steve Martin, John Candy, and Bill Murray.
It's your professionalism that I respect.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop,
Right on.
Little Shop of Horrors.
And I think that's exactly why it beat out. Like, E.T. was one of my other, I was going to maybe mention, but I picked Little Shop of Horrors because of the songs. And then that got me thinking, like, do you guys, I'm the only girl, did you guys sing and sing along to movies when you were young? Or is that
I
like a
sang
girl
along.
thing?
Well, I mean, I think I sang along like Supercalifragilistic.
No, I can sing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang like nobody's fucking business.
I can sing. Yeah, I can sing a lot of Disney cartoon songs.
Oh, all right. Well, I stand corrected then.
He was like, nobody picked their movies based on songs.
I mean, honestly, dude, Little Shop of Horrors is good. I love that movie, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my favorite musical because that's Blues Brothers, and that wins on so many different categories. But yeah, Little Shop is great. Great cast too. I mean,
Rick Moranis, bro.
Vincent Gardenia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a real musical, though, it would be Cannibal the Musical.
Oh, that's a great one. Don't forget, I'm a big Rocky Horror Picture guy too, man. It's always got that's got a place in my heart forever. So, but yeah, that's a good one. And some people don't remember Tisha. What was her? who real big from Martin Lawrence, Martin Lawrence's wife.
Oh yeah.
And she was in that show Empire. She was one of the little shop of horror dancers.
Yeah.
That's where she got her shit started, man. Yeah.
That's right.
South Park.
All right, that's a little taste of what's to come, a little taste of our views on the best science fiction movies, and we're going to keep the countdown going all night long, but we do want to bring you some metal. The purpose of the show is to bring you the metal, and we're going to do that right now with a little two-pack for you. We got up next some Saint Lissa. Saint Lissa, this band is, after a self-titled debut EP in 2019, this is their debut full-length. So get your drink on if you're playing the drinking game tonight. It is still on. We're doing sci-fi, but the game is still on. But this is a Russian thrash metal unit. The brand new release is called Rampage. This song is called Bane. I love the scene in Russia right now. They're fucking killing it, and this is a continuation of that. So let's check it out together, and then we'll follow that up with some Killing, man. This band Killing, this is a debut album from them out of Denmark. They've dropped 2 singles from it now. I love both of them. We're going to play Legion of Hate from it. Face the Madness is the name of this album, and truly badass. This releases on August 13th, so get ready to pre-order. And then come back. We got some more sci-fi talk to get into. We got lots of ground to cover here on part 1 of our sci-fi special. So keep hanging out, metalheads and sci-fi geeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mark! I can't believe how drunk you are.
I am not drunk.
Yes, you are.
I am not fucking drunk.
Can you tell the time?
Yes. I am not fucking drunk.
All those moments will be lost in time.
How's it going? Is it good?
Yeah, it looks really good.
And are the balls smooth and hairless like I asked for?
Yeah.
And are you getting the jizz right?
Hey, this is your reporter on location for Devastation, Ronnie B. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but it's been a crazy summer and those fucking fish ain't gonna catch themselves. Anyways, I've got a couple cool-ass interviews lined up with some old pals of ours that haven't been on the show in a while, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. Tonight on Metal-O-Mania, we are celebrating sci-fi flicks, so let's fucking get into this shit.
I just thought of this movie just recently and how underrated it was. Event Horizon.
After 7 years in deep space.
There were 18 people on board this ship when it disappeared. I want them all accounted for.
Opening outer door. It came back, abandoned.
Any crew? Negative. This place is a tomb.
But it didn't come back alone.
God help us.
It is literally the best movie that Paul W.S. Anderson has ever done. Most of his movies are shit, but do star Mila Jovovich, which, hey, okay. Yeah. But yeah, this movie is
I see what's going on here.
Yeah. It's a great blend of sci-fi and horror. It's like The Shining and Hellraiser, but in space with, cool, like, multi-dimensional stuff. Great cast.
Great cast. Sam Neill, man. I love Sam Neill, too. I'm a big Sam Neill guy. I love Into the Mouth of Madness. I love, Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, great.
Jason
I
Isaacs
love that movie.
There. Yeah, it's a great movie. The setup's great. Like I said, it's the only movie that Paul W.S. Anderson's directed that I didn't think was kind of shitty, at least. Like, I still like AVP, but it's not as good as this one. Yeah, great movie.
On. Great movie. Great, and actually scary, honestly. You know, that's a genuinely scary fucking flick. Those are hard to come by. Oh, well, I think that brings it to me, man. And, dude, I got to preface my list real quick with just saying, I wondered, in looking back at my list earlier today, if I should have called it more of a dystopian than a sci-fi list. I mean, dystopian falls under sci-fi, so I guess it's... Yeah. But my list is very dystopian molded, as you'll see as we go on here. But starting with my honorable mention, which is Soylent Green, man. I'm going back to 1973.
New York City, in the year 2022. Nothing runs anymore. Nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. Return to your home.
It is the secret of Soylent Green.
Charlton Heston,
It's people.
It's Soylent Green is people. It's, that movie fucked me up when I saw it when I was little, man, at the end.
It's good. It's fucking dark as hell. And for the time, man, that seemed like that was, like, really dark. Like, yeah, now it'd be like, oh, yeah, we mulch people all the time. That's no big deal. Right. But, yeah, back then, yeah, I was like, oh, that's a little fucked up.
I had to throw everybody a bone with an honorable mention, right? We had to go through
Absolutely.
It was difficult as fuck to get the list down to 7 already, so,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And, dude, I'll tell you, I'm in the fortunate position that I get to see all your lists and then rearrange mine so that I can talk about more movies with you. So,
right on. Very good. I figured you having the list that long, you might rearrange something.
You're too big to fit in here.
I hear your list has been getting bigger lately.
My list is getting so much bigger.
Such a girthy list. My God.
The girthy list, man.
I went to the doctor and had to ask him about my list.
Man, I think TV has actually added 10 pounds to your list.
What you got for 7, Johnny?
What do I got for 7? Well, so I went with any of the Godzilla movies.
He breathes radioactive fire. The earth quakes beneath his mighty feet.
Because it's really hard to pick any of the Godzilla. Actually, I wasn't even really all that big into Godzilla until Nick and I started hanging out, and he was like, "You got to watch Godzilla," and then we proceeded to watch Godzilla movies for like 4 years. So, yeah,
it's time well spent.
Yes, I totally agree. I have to point out, I have my Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre shirt with Leatherface versus Godzilla for the belt.
That's pretty neat.
I mean, I'm still rooting for Godzilla in that fight.
Hey, you see,
I mean, me too.
Got the belt on, so.
Oh,
right on.
Flash freaking Godzilla.
That's fucking good shit, brother. Well, that's a great fucking choice, sir. A very good choice of movies.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, as my introduction to Godzilla, growing up when I was young, I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday so I could watch the Saturday morning cartoons, which led into 11 to 12 was wrestling every week, every Saturday, you know, and I'm going back to like the Bob Backlund fucking era, Tony Atlas and shit. And then at noon to 4 o'clock every Saturday, they showed monster movies like Godzilla, dubbed Godzilla movies and dubbed, you know, Mighty Joe Young and all those shits, man. You know, that was my shit. I grew up loving that shit, man. So
I pretty much got the same experience. It was actually a cable access show hosted by Grandpa Munster. And it was around the same time, and the first one I saw was Godzilla versus Monster Zero or Astro Monster, and it was like, what is this? This is fucking sweet.
Really? Yeah.
And I still say that.
Yeah.
Don, if you had to pick one Godzilla movie that is the best of them all, I know that's a tough one, but if you had to, would you be able to? Or I just kicked him in the dick.
Cool. I broke his brain.
Hey, somebody restart John.
Yeah, man, if I had to. Do you remember the first one you showed me?
God, man, it might have been King Ghidorah from '91 with the android that runs.
Yep,
Yeah,
that one.
That's such a great one. It immediately comes to my mind. Yeah.
Yep, I love that one. That's probably one of my favorite Godzilla suits too.
I did really like King of the Monsters too. I know that's kind of bullshit because it's new, but I really like that movie.
Yeah. Right. You mean the most recent one? The most recent one?
Oh yeah.
Well, Kong was good, but King of the Monsters I still think is better.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one with before the most recent one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the most recent one yet.
Me either.
Yeah, Scully hasn't either yet. So.
I've been able to avoid,
Yeah.
stay away from the.
I keep telling her she'll be happy, but yeah.
Well, you can't say that.
Big monsters fighting.
You
love it.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Storyline's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But Johnny, that's a kick-ass number 7, my brother. Good shit. Good shit.
Thank you, sir.
All things Godzilla are amazing. Yeah. And Shred, your number 7, actually, we're going to keep people in suspense for because your number 7 is Scully's number 2, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Okay. So
Is that
it'll
cool?
appear a little later.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right on. For those at home, we'll put the meat hooks into the movie at its highest ranking on somebody's list tonight. That's how we'll do it. So
that makes sense. Okay.
So we will not skip you on that, Shred. You will get your say on that on your number 7. But for now, let's.
All right. So my number 7 is The Fly.
Where our greatest creations meet our deepest fears.
Something went wrong, Seth. When you went through, something went wrong.
You are about to go beyond that limit.
A fly got into the transmitter pod with me that first time when I was alone.
I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Help me. Please help me.
From 1986.
Yes. Yes.
Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, John Getz. Okay. Yeah, fucking awesome movie. That movie freaked me out because it's one of the very earliest movies, I think, that of like seeing anything like that, even like the idea of something like that happening by mistake, obviously, which means that like things like that you should be able to count on still get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, can you always trust your doctor, or is he gonna like make a fucking mistake? You know, and then you're gonna end up half fly or some shit. Yeah. So that definitely entered my brain as like a, you know.
Cronenberg's body horror.
Cronenberg, you nailed it right there, dude. I'm a Cronenberg disciple.
Same here. The special effects in that movie are disgusting.
Yeah.
But amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd say it's one of the best remakes ever. It really is. It's better than the original.
Yeah.
I
Honestly.
didn't see the original.
I only do not have this on my sci-fi list because I've reserved it to put it on a horror show we're going to do in a while. So
I thought about it.
But it couldn't be more sci-fi. I mean, the fucking, it's.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, that movie affected me because for years, whenever somebody would say there's a fly in an ointment, I always used to respond, man, if there's a fly in the machine, it's way worse. It's way worse.
Yep.
Wow, true.
Yeah.
But David Cronenberg, yes, our first mention of Cronenberg tonight.
Cronenberg's awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, when he's trying to like stick her in the machine to make her go through the
Yeah,
machine.
fuck yeah.
You should try it. You should get in the machine. Yes.
Hey, that's pretty good, brother.
That was really good.
Don't be afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid. God damn it, I love that movie. That's a great number. You got a nice 7. All right.
Solid 7. Solid.
I've never heard those words before.
Hey, Johnny, you got a nice 7, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a second. At long last.
What? Are you jacking it? Kinda.
Made it. You made it.
All right. All right, good. We're good.
Creamsicles. All right, Nikki, what's your number 7, brother?
Well, I think I'm the only one with an animated movie on here. I might be. I went with Akira.
Kaneda, we're not back in school anymore. Now you're king of the mountain, aren't you? But it's all garbage.
The moment of Lord Akira's awakening is drawing closer. The time of atonement is upon us. Are your hearts prepared? The time is nigh.
I would say this is quite possibly the greatest anime ever made, and in terms of cyberpunk, this is one of the most influential films ever done. The whole Neo Tokyo thing, you have kids with insane godly powers, you have twisted dystopian futures, a megapolis that was formed from a giant crater when the first one was destroyed. I mean, it's got like literally almost every sci-fi trope. Gangs of kids, and they're the ones that you follow. There's really no like legit hero in this movie at all. It's kids that are fucking like thugs essentially, but they get stuck in all this other shit. Awesome movie. I mean, it's one of the best animated movies of all time. The score is amazing. It's it's deserving of all praise. It's amazing.
Outstanding.
All hail.
Have you ever seen Akira?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet you'd love it. You'd love it.
I've never seen it either, so.
Dude, it's badass.
It is really one of the best animes ever done. Best animated movies.
When are they going to turn that into a live-action movie and fuck it up?
Well, apparently, one of the biggest proponents for that is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, wow.
He's been a giant fan of the movie. He wants to see it made, but he's been like against any sort of whitewashing. It's like, no, we're going to cash. This takes place in Tokyo. We're going to cast Japanese teens, or at least like 20-year-olds that look like teens.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, right.
They don't want the same thing to happen with fucking Ghost in the Shell, which everyone was like, dude, what?
Yeah, I totally agree.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever get off the ground. It's a lofty project. It would have to be.
Yeah, it seems like most anything they remake nowadays, they fuck up real bad. So
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Too true.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic about the Dune project.
I think they got the right director.
They got the right director, and they got fucking Jason Momoa involved. And every interview I've seen where he talks about it, he seems to be all juiced up about it and shit. So
I think that's his personality, but yeah.
He's juiced up about everything.
The dude's always like smiling about shit. He just seems like a fun dude to hang out with. I guess he likes to drink beer and throw axes at shit for fun.
Fuck yeah.
Like, that sounds fucking cool.
Huge metalhead, yeah.
He's a metalhead.
You go fishing with Les Claypool.
Son of a bitch.
I believe was at the very last Slayer concert as well.
Yep.
When you had told me that you were going to have an animated movie on your list, and I was wrong. I guessed it was going to be Wizards. Do you remember Wizards at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I own it. I love that movie. Ralph actually fucking rules.
It rules, man. I almost put that on my list even, and I was like, oh,
only
it might be...
old men remember that.
Oh, shut up.
1977, brother. Oh, well, you know, before we move on to the next thing of our list, Scully was only fucking like 4 years old when The Fly came out. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, well, that would have an
I
impact.
mean, I was
Well,
only
I have-
3 when the last Starfighter came out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, fuck all of you. All right.
Very funny.
When the gang comes in to talk sci-fi, we talk all kinds of crazy shit. And, you know, once we get it into the editing room, they have fun playing with it. So we hope you're enjoying the way we've packaged this whole crazy ball of shit for you out there tonight. And we hope you're enjoying the jams as well, man. And we do want to talk sci-fi, but we do want to get back into the jams. So I did dig out my shirt, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you dig my shirt. I've dug out especially for you tonight. It's about 4 sizes too big. You may not realize it. They got me pinned in this motherfucker, so I don't. But it was one of the shirts I wore when I was a giant fella. So, but I still want to break it out as one of my favorite movies, as you know. A little foreshadowing. All right, there you go. Little foreskinning. But what's next for us? Matter of fact, a shout out to my main man James Scott from the Metal Tavern. Fucking good to fucking be jamming with you, sir, and discovering brand new jams with you, my friend. And he sent us over this jam called from the band Fracture, On the Attack, Cataclysmic Existence. This is a one-man gig, actually, man, right out of Canada. And dude, I love this new harsher kind of crossover thing that's underway, man. Bands like Gatecreeper and bands like this, Fracture, are really kind of taking that crossover punk attitude and spinning it on its head and adding a deathy element to it, making it kind of giving it harsher tones and elements and shit. And I really, really like this and want to see more of it. So let's do more. But we're going to play this song On the Attack from that. Cataclysmic Existence, again, is the name of the release. It is now out now from Fracture. And we're going to follow that up with a little Minefield out of Jacksonville, Florida. Here's a band that loves to use those hardcore breakdown and killer thrash riffs as the combination that you'll always have me begging for more of. And who the fuck doesn't, you know, want that, right? So this is another debut full-length release, though. A debut full-length outing after 3 EPs. And now this is a part of you. So you are welcome. We'll check it out. And behind that, as a matter of fact, to continue our love and our celebration of sci-fi, we're going to bring in a badass sci-fi band for you to talk to, for us to talk to. That is Cypecore. Off of the Alliance, we're going to play Dream Smasher, and we're going to talk to them about fucking all things metal and all things science fiction, just like we are the Thralls of Metal, and just like we are with you. So don't go nowhere. We got more goodness to stick into your skulls here on Metal-O-Mania.
This object appeared in the sky, and one of the girls who was closest to it started being sucked up into the sky by this whatever it was. And they actually had to grab her legs and pull her back down to the ground to keep her from flying off and being abducted by a flying cube.
Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
I guess you better remember who told you first, huh, Sam? What did I tell you? It's a great show.
You gonna pour it into me while I'm paralyzed?
You wanted to play my game, didn't you?
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs, right now I'm very, very excited to be joined by my new pal Dominic out of Germany, as a matter of fact, man, with Cypecore, which, dude, I'm loving what you guys are doing, man. I'm a big fan of your work, and I appreciate your time. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you so much. I'm doing fine. Bit tired because nights are short, but yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Right. Oh yeah, the nights are getting shorter as our summer days come creeping in, man. The nights grow shorter, and if you're a night owl like me, you need some of them dark hours. So
I am, but we're still kind of locked down in Germany, so it's not as short nights as probably in the US, but we're getting there.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that ends soon. Well, I'll tell you what, I've stayed on lockdown, but you've been a big portion of my soundtrack for it here as of late, man. I've been really digging into the discography here because I knew I had the opportunity to talk to you, and I was very excited about it. So, dude, badassery, my friend. I'm digging it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We try our best.
Let's take it from the top, man. First of all, obviously, your name is Dominic. Who are the other people that make up your project here?
As of right now, we're just two guys. It's Niels, who plays the guitar, is the pale guy. He's the last founding member, and myself.
The pale guy. Hey, I like it. They used to call me the fat guy around here, so the pale guy.
No. If you've seen the video, he's always like super pale. He paints his face white and has like black contacts. And
yeah, right on.
That's probably the best way to describe him, so you know who he is. Yeah, we're just two people right now in the band. We split ways with our guitarist Jay last year, and before that, our drummer Tobias, who departed, I think it was in 2018. Yeah, so we just get some session musicians to play shows and do everything behind the scenes just for the two of us. So yeah.
Right on. Well,
we're basically a duo right now.
Hey, I like it, man. Whatever it is, it's working, brother. So how did you two, I guess, especially since you two are still together with the band, how did you two come together and create this vision? Because it's large, man. The vision for this is large. It's epic. It's big. It's got a scope to it that I'm impressed by. So tell me a little bit about that.
It's basically a lot of loose ends that just happened to connect to Cypecore. I applied for the band in 2014 when their original singer left, and I was taken, and I basically cramped down on that and made it my own. So he didn't know me at first. We just connected throughout the band. So it's not like him finding me rather than me finding them and applying. And it's been great ever since. And they had the band going on for, I think it was 5 years prior to me joining. So it was all there basically when I joined. I just added.
Brought another character.
Yeah. Well, not the character. I joined to be the commander, which is the vocalist's like stage persona.
Right.
And I gave it my own personal touch. I think I became the commander.
Well, you are what I know of Cypecore now, so you are the commander to me, sir. So,
well, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, give our Metal-O-Maniacs a little bit of background, actually, on that. For those who are not familiar already with your approach, you do have a very elaborate stage presence and approach to how you deliver your music and stuff, man. Tell everybody a little bit about that, sir.
Well, I'll try to break it down and keep it as short and simple as possible. Basically, it's a sci-fi concept that we developed to portray a message that we have that our music is supposed to, back, which is a post-World War III scenario where most of the Earth's surface is contaminated with, radiation because of the fallout and stuff as a result of man-made war, and most of the population has been wiped out in the process, and there's just a couple of sparse groups that are fighting for scratches, which is us. And
yeah, right,
there you go. It's just a clever way of saying, if we continue down this path that we are on as a society, this is what we might end up having.
Right.
So yeah,
a very dystopian view of the future, you might say, right?
Yeah. Not a friendly one, but, if we don't get our shit together, we might get there.
Right. One easy to see and coming to reality for sure. So
yeah, I hope not, but could happen.
Right. Well, and dude, I've listened to the Alliance all day today, as a matter of fact, and it's just ridiculously. It's reeks of talent, it reeks of vision, and you know, we do have you, of course, here on our Sci-Fi special. That's not by accident. You guys have a very cool sci-fi approach, as you said, a dystopian approach. You know, was that the vision right from inception from this band? I know you came into 2014, so was it an elaborately, you know, set up already? Kind of give me how that's come to full fruition.
The guys have always been like huge sci-fi nerds. Like everybody in the band has enjoyed like you know, Fear Factory's music or movies like Star Wars, Star Trek, those franchises, the Terminator, Mad Max, stuff like that. And at some point as a band, you just need that extra little oomph, you know, to stand out. And I think it was Niels who actually designed one of our stage costumes, the hazmat suits that are supposed to protect us from radiation, which is how they fit into, you know, the whole scenery. And we were always influenced by very, you know, generic bands like, you know, Behemoth or Slipknot that have this whole package. And we always wanted that for us. So we came up with the backstory and it kind of unfolded from there. And it's all, you know, just taken from inspiration out of sci-fi movies and bands we like to, and
yeah. Well, and now it's become really, I mean, there's 4 full lengths, right? 4 full length albums that tell the story, that, you know, the most recent being the Alliance, if I'm not mistaken, which is awesome, by the way. But
thanks.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I've said it, I'm a guy that grew up in the Kiss generation. You know, I'm an old cat, so I grew up back where, you know, a very elaborate stage presence was almost something you grew to expect, for, especially in our genre. You know, something that of the harder edge, of the harder ilk, and a lot of that's gone away. So nowadays, I appreciate it when it's done well, which you guys have done, man. I got to tip my hat to that, sir. Some people might accuse every now and again of this kind of thing. You know, if you're replacing the music with it, that's a different thing. But if it's an enhancement, wow, spectacular.
And that's what we aim for. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, you get judged pretty quickly, especially when you have like those goofy self-made outfits and you walk up on a stage at like 2 p.m. and everybody can see you in broad daylight and, you know, sees the things self-made. And then, but then you play like a killer show and everybody's like, all right, these people, they aren't fucking around. It's not, you know, as you said, it's a substitute, not, you know, it's an enhancement, not a substitute. That's what I'm saying.
That is so accurate, man, because it delivers, it belts. You know, it's got, it brings everything. It's got great solos work. It's got, you know, raw talent comes reeking out of it, which is, you know, separates it as well as the stage presence and everything. So
that's great. I love to hear that.
Very, very cool.
Because we try to keep it simple, but at the same time not too simple. You know, it's not like we are, you know, reinventing the genre or anything, but I think our music has its own unique spin to it, and it seems to work for people. Some people quite enjoy it, and makes me feel very good.
Well, but where are you now? I guess as we do seem to be emerging from our cocoon, finally, if you will, our you know, where is Cypecore now? Where does the band stand with what comes next for you guys?
We've basically written, as all bands have probably done in the time where you couldn't tour. We actually had a tour scheduled for last year, I think, which we had to postpone, I think, twice now. Yeah, I think we moved it from 19 to from 20 to 21, and now from 21 to 22. It's been pretty brutal, actually. It's just, you know, we're just 2 guys, and we had a bit of a rough time. Lots of changes in the private lives, you know, relationships coming to an end and stuff like that. So we've been pretty struck by tragedy and locked in our rooms in darkness. But we're slowly getting out there. We have written and recorded a couple new tracks, and we'll see how and when we'll release those, and then hopefully get the tour rolling and then take it from there. I mean, you can't stop the core.
That's right, brother. That's right. You cannot, my friend. And hey, from your lips to the metal god's ears, let's keep it going, brother.
Yeah, we will. We're very close to releasing a new track, actually. We just need to fix the final video shot, and then we can. It's kind of hard in Germany to make a video right now because you have these social, what are they called?
Restrictions.
Social distancing guidelines that you have to keep, and then you cannot shoot like a big ass video, which we like to do.
Yeah, the videos are awesome. I love the videos.
Thanks, man. Thanks. We put a lot of time and effort in those. But you just cannot do that right now. So this is holding us back a bit, but it's getting there.
Oh,
we're almost there.
Hopefully. Again,
the new stuff is great, by the way. I'm not one to brag, but I fucking love our new music, and I hope people will enjoy it. It's a little more on the experimental side of things. We have a lot more of electronics and some weird melodies and stuff. I'm excited to see how people will dig that, if they will dig that.
Oh, hey, I'm looking forward to checking it out.
The whole entertainment industry has just been shut down. I mean, everybody I know that works in there has basically been bleeding out for like 2 years now, and it's a catastrophe. Because it's not like it's a small business. You know, there's like a $1 trillion industry that's just been shut down, and it's crazy.
Kicked completely
Absolutely
in the dick.
Crazy.
Well, and where I'm most concerned, honestly, is as we do recover, hopefully we recover, knock on wood, but the venues, man, the venues. I'm going to say it every week. I'm going to push people out there. If you have any money to open a place, man, we need the venues back. As the world returns, people are going to want to see shows. Put a shitty little fucking stage in your little shitty bar and let bands play there, man. You know, that's the best use you can do with your stimulus money out there is open a place and get our venues going out there, ladies and gentlemen. We need our venues.
Yeah, preach it. We need venues.
That is, I believe that's been our most hatcheted as the result of COVID. That's where we've taken the most damage as our venues.
Probably, yeah. I mean, as a band, you can just dial it back and just wait, but yeah, the venue has to pay rent, and
right.
I mean, we have to pay rent for our studio, but that's not the point. We do make a little money from selling merch and stuff, so.
But very little. And consider this: the music industry has changed in such that making money off the music itself these days is very difficult. So you need those shows, you need those merch stands, you need those CDs being handed to person at the shows to make the band. That's the lifeblood of the band anymore. And for those to be shut down, I'm so happy to hear that many of the metal musicians we talk to have taken this as an opportunity to write and be creative and to produce. But I'm very concerned in that, man, you know, how many veins are running dry right now because they're just out of options?
Probably a lot, but I think we are going to have a flood of shows once that floodgate opens. I mean, you won't be able to decide which show you're going to see. I think there's going to be like 15 tours that are coming through your city, and you just have to count your pennies and see how many of them you can take.
All of them, right to the face.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking. It's a double-edged sword. I mean, I love it and I appreciate it, but I'm also concerned. If we are not, you know, against like 5 other shows that day. I mean, we'll see, but it's going to be spicy for sure.
Oh, I think when shows come back, man, people are so starved for them that, you know, I believe we've made a joke around here. Even shitty bands are going to be filling venues for a while, at least. You know,
that's a very terrible thing to say.
It is, but I mean, let's be honest. But hey, and you are not that. You are a fantastic band, so that's got legs to it. That will surpass just the immediacy of the return of shows, I believe. But long term, you know, we need that shit. The shows, I've been advised that I have to stay out of a pit because of my jaw, Dominic. What am I supposed to do here, brother? We're finally getting shows back, and now my fucking jaw is going to keep me out of the pit. I'm very upset.
Well, you should be, but you should also be concerned with your health. I mean, I get it, but you said something very important there, long term. I think that the hype of shows coming back is going to die down really quickly because of how many shows there are going to be. And I think it's going to go back to normal fairly quickly. I think it's going to be half a year of mayhem, and then it's just going to dial back in. And in that time, that is where I and my band would probably like to, you know, be present and be powerful, have, you know, leverage and be on stage and be, you know, existence. This is always a nice term in the music industry. A band that exists is a band that is, you know,
relevant.
Yeah, relevant. Relevance is a very big one. And I would love to be there when that time comes, because it's a very, you know, short-lived, you know, industry. Once your album's out, everybody's talking about you. 2 weeks later, nobody knows who the fuck you are. It's crazy. And there's a lot of really, 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 really great bands out there that get thrown under the bus because their one record didn't, get the buzz they hoped it would get. You have to be like super thick-skinned to survive in the game. But
you have to love it, man. You have to
for
love
sure.
it,
And you don't get anything for free. You always have to work your ass off.
Sweat, balls, and nuts. Yeah. It's the truth, brother.
It is. But I like it. I really do. I work full time and do this whole band as a hobby, and sometimes I sleep. So
I never do that part, but
I think you're lying here. I think 2 hours a night are good.
Yeah. Oh, all right, there you go. Yeah, that's about what I do. I do 2 hours at night and 2 hours in the middle of the day. There you go. About 4 hours a day. So
perfect. That's if that works for you, that's fine.
I think so. Hey,
all I'm saying is you need to clamp the cheeks together and just go for it.
Damn right, brother.
This one. No gifts in this one. But
nothing was ever earned by the meek sitting in their basement, sir. That's for sure. Nothing was ever earned by the meek who did nothing. You got to put your balls out there to get it.
That is true.
Well, Dominic, man, I appreciate it. Well, let me ask you this in closing, my last question for you, if I will. What song should we play for everybody tonight from the band to give them a little... If they are brand new listeners to Cypecore, what do you think is the best way to punch them in the face with a good little taste?
That's a big one.
I know, right?
I would probably feed them the values of death, but there's no video for that, so I'll probably go with the Dream Smasher.
Oh, I will say Dream Smasher is a personal favorite at the moment. So
I hate that song because it's right at the end of my range, and when I play it live, I sometimes butcher it, which comes to haunt me. But it's a great song.
That's part of the live experience, brother. Hey,
yeah, for sure. But I try to be perfect, so you can always, you can't be, but I'll try to be.
Hey, yeah, I gave up on that a long time ago. What do they say? Never let the good be the enemy of perfect, my brother. So if they call me good, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta accept that as a fact, when you're aiming for perfect and then good is not exactly good enough. So But I get the point. I get the point.
I get it. Oh, this is our 220th episode or something, man. I still remember, like in episode 113, a mistake. Something I said wrong. So I get it.
I can relate. Gotta let those go, though.
Yeah, trying, brother. Trying. That's the lesson for us all, I guess, brother.
For sure.
Dominic, I love you, sir. I appreciate the fuck out of you spending time with us here at Metal-O-Mania, man. I really do.
I love you too, Mr. Crypt. Heal that jaw, stay out of the pit, and we'll see you next time. Well, this is Dominic from Cypecore, and you guys are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
That's so good. Yes, yes, yes.
You're not in Kansas anymore. You're on Pandora. they try, victims of superstitious and ignorance, guilty of madness and misfortune, failures, sickness and death, dying of exile, chasm of they try, victims of superstitious and ignorance, guilty of madness and misfortune, failures, sickness and death, feelings of wasted in misery and indecision, struggling for life, condemned forever. Feelings of wasted in misery and indecision, struggling for life, condemned forever.
Your move, creep.
I just needs to check your asshole.
This is Andy with Deceased Society, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass. I can't even admit I saw the thing.
Remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
Hey Metal-O-Maniacs, this is Brian Worth with Axe of Swine coming to you from our new meat processing plant. And tonight, my metal friends are celebrating the best sci-fi flicks of all time. So let's get back to it, shall we?
All right, everybody stand back because I'm about to show you my 7.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Actually, I'm about to show you my 12 because my 7 is 12 Monkeys.
You sent me to the wrong year. You're certain of that? Science ain't an exact science.
You had a bullet from World War I in your leg, James. How did it get there?
I don't know. I want the future to be unknown.
I can help you. Get you out.
You can't hide from them. Don't even try.
We're all monkeys.
The thing mutates. We live underground. They're watching you.
I just want to do my part.
Oh,
good movie.
Nice.
Good movie.
I fucking love this movie. I actually even like the TV show. I got into the TV show they had for a little bit there about it. I thought it was pretty good.
Not about that.
Yeah. It was well acted. I forget the guy's name who was in the fucking the guy from Nikita was in the show. It was really good. I thought it was good. I like Nikita too, by the way. But yeah, man, 12 Monkeys, Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt, great storyline. I think that fucking
It's so dreamy.
yeah.
Wasn't that a Terry Gilliam film?
Exactly right. Yes, sir. Terry Gilliam film. Yes, sir. Nailed it. And
No one
I'm a
likes
Madeline
to
Stowe
know
guy too. I got it bad for Madeline Stowe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she looked good. It's a twisted. Actually, that and Snatch was probably the first time I had to admit to myself that Brad Pitt might actually be a good actor. Before that, I was like, nah, fuck him. He's just getting in because of the cheekbones.
Yeah, well, we all have to come to that realization, man. There are certain actors I think as dudes we hate them because they're pretty boys, and then they got to earn it. Matthew McConaughey didn't earn it for me until True Detective, man. So
yeah. I mean, he still played a dude from Texas.
I'm going for True Detective.
Yeah, fuck yeah, me too.
True Detective was good. It's fucking dark.
And now I love McConaughey, but I did not like him much before that. But now I'm a huge fan, to be honest. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but Brad Pitt, I'm a
I
huge
like
fan.
him in Magic Mike. That's my favorite role. Magic Mike, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't seen Magic Mike actually.
I've missed that film as well. I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Don't let him
you
fool
haven't
you.
watched that
That's
one.
why him and Tommy are hanging out in the dark together.
Yeah.
Click off this screen. Magic
And
Mike.
check. Oh, I failed.
Hey, Brokeback Magic Mike.
Sorry, Tommy. I thought I was grabbing my thigh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Okay.
You like movies about gladiators?
Yeah. All right, let's go to our 6s then.
Dude, Flight of the Navigator.
It's 1986, man. 8 years since that night. This is totally rad. I mean, you're my big little brother.
I think you should take a look at this. Where did this come from? From the mind of a 12-year-old boy.
Sit down, Navigator. You have the information I require to complete my mission.
Oh wow,
that's still I have that movie actually. That was
good movie.
Still one of my favorites, dude. Who doesn't want to hop in a fucking spaceship? Especially that spaceship. It was all silver. It looked like one of those. You remember those Nerf footballs with the stroke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turbo grooves in it.
With the tail on it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that spaceship looked like, and I've just always loved that movie.
Oh, me too, man. Great movie. Good shit. Your 7 and 6 are right there in the wheelhouse with each other. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of from the same time period, kind of within a couple years, but yeah, since my family liked Jesus like a lot,
you
got
too,
to watch
huh?
a lot of Disney movies. So Yeah.
You too, huh? Yeah. My mother's Roman Catholic, brother. I was raised on guilt, so I'm right there with you.
Right on. Right on. We're in this together.
Hey, that's why I went the other way, man. Hail Satan.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
I mean, no. No.
Kalima.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
A little bit of devil never hurt nobody. So, what do you got at number 6, Mr. Shred, sir?
Well, I have a movie with the first time I ever saw Christian Bale, and he was a gun-wielding badass in Equilibrium.
You're a family man.
You clerk, this is a lawful entry. We have a warrant for your wife's arrest.
Then you know what I'm gonna do now.
I absolutely adore Equilibrium. You know, I think I was a freshman in high school when I read, what was it, Fahrenheit
451.
451. Yeah. And, you know, so that movie, of course, is basically, you know, ripped pretty much out of that book and everything. And, yeah, the gun kata, it was like The Matrix and John Wick before any of that shit. It was awesome.
Fuck yeah, awesome.
Dude, that movie is badass. I don't think it had much of a theatrical run either, which is sad because it was really fucking good.
That's insane to me.
It's literally a better movie of Fahrenheit 451 than the movie Fahrenheit 451 is.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, the movie.
Yeah.
A little bit of 1984 in there too, just sprinkled.
Yeah.
The gun worked with the strobe lights.
Another big dystopian.
The gun kata. That whole gun kata, man. The fight. Yeah, the freeze frame with the guns, the pistols.
Dude.
Holy shit, that's one of the coolest scenes ever.
You know, we talked earlier about actors, a certain role wins them over for you. You know, that one might be mine for him even. I was a huge Christian Bale fan at that point, you know.
I became a fan of his after that. I even like him. You know, I'm not the biggest DC movie guy because I think they always end up messing him up. But I think Christian Bale was a damn good Batman, although for a billionaire, you should have been able to afford a voice distorter.
Do I look like a clown?
Instead of grunting like you got to take a shit all the time, you know, you got all that money, man. How hard is it to get one of those, you know, like Uncle Jimbo from South Park kind of, you know, something.
I am the darkness.
It's coming right for us.
He deserves a hero.
Hey, man, the Christopher Nolan fucking Batmans were great, man. They were. I thought they were fantastic myself. So.
Yeah, a little long, but they were good.
Christian Bale, yeah, definitely on the long side, but
that's what she said.
I didn't hear you say that. Oh yeah, I did. Anyhow, where does that put us on our list? Well, after Shredlord, it's you, so I believe it's your number 6, my dear.
Number 6. Okay, I went with The Abyss.
Here's a bottomless pit, baby. 2.5 miles straight down.
I don't think they mean us any harm. I don't know how I know that.
Whatever happens, it's up to us. That guy scares me more than anything that's down there.
But we all see what we want to see. Coffee looks and he sees hate and fear. You have to look with better eyes than that.
You never backed away from anything in your life, now fight!
The Abyss.
1989 flick.
Our first nod to James Cameron, right?
Olin James Cameron.
Basically, civilian diving team that get enlisted to search for a lost nuclear submarine, and they face danger while encountering an alien aquatic species.
An alien aquatic species.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. That was
awesome.
pretty
That movie
cool
is awesome.
graphics and things for the time, you know.
The water snake thing that goes through there.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I tell you what, the scene where the whole hull breaks and the guys drown in that room, dude, that always freaks.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a freak out scene, yeah, man.
Oh, dude. But
when they start breathing in the liquid.
Oh God, that made me uncomfortable as hell.
It doesn't it? Sit through that and watch it. I'm one of those that like I react with the TV, like I can feel it happening. Like
you should see her watching the Olympics, man. She does every ride with every.
But I like it. Like I partially drowned with them every time I watch that movie.
Dude,
how do you do during the Winter Olympics for the luge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see her. That is not an exaggeration, sir.
It is really funny.
The high-speed crash. That hurt.
No, that's a solid movie. I still enjoyed that one. The director's cut, I think, is the way to watch that one because the ending in the theatrical cut kind of bugged me. Just it seemed kind of like, well, you wrote yourself into a corner, or you just didn't try here. But the director's cut has a really good, meaningful ending to it.
Yourself in a corner.
Well, and big shout out to fucking Ed Harris too, by the way.
Oh yeah, Ed Harris.
Early role. Yeah. Love that dude. I love Ed Harris. In fact, the scene where he dances in the goddamn Creep Show, I will laugh at that every time I see that movie until I die.
Not too slow.
That is one of the funniest scenes ever. It's unintentionally hilarious, but I love it.
Look at them lapels. He's dancing.
Thank you to Cypecore for coming on and hanging out with us to continue our celebration of science fiction here on Metal-O-Mania, man. Very cool of you to do that. Badass band, please show them the love and pick up their discography immediately out of fucking Germany and just crushing it, man. Big fan of that band. Big fan of that band. Thank you for coming out. 4 full lengths they got out, as a matter of fact. That's an impressive discography that you need, metalheads. And for behind that, just so you know, we played some Catharsis. That was Catharsis out of Poland. That's a 3-piece. Originally, that was around in the 90s. And in 95, they put out Bitter Disdain, which is a really, really fantastic record, by the way. You should check it out. And this officially comes out this Friday, this album. It is called, that was Human Failures that we played it off of. That was Village of Witches from it. And again, that comes out this Friday, and I love that song. I love that band. Can't wait for that new release. And then that which you just heard was Deceased Society. Our buddy Andy, shout out to Andy, who we just made friends of, as a matter of fact, because of this song on social media all week. But Stormwolf was the name of that single. Those dudes are out of Scotland, pure badassery. A real treat I found in my email. I tell you guys, send us good shit in my email and we'll check it out. Everything. We might not get to it immediately, but we will eventually get to it. And this was a nugget of badassery I found in my email. So shout out to Deceased Society. Okay, and that brings us back to present and where we are again. So what do we got next for you? We did talk to the metal guys a little bit. So what we got next for you is the sandwich and then some. We're going to play the heavy metal sandwich for you. They're going to open this up with Illustrium. Illustrium is another reason why we are coming to Philly as soon as possible, gang. Another band out of Philadelphia. They're a combination of the, you know, honestly, there's so many elements to this band that I feel like any label genre almost pigeonholes them. But this is their 3rd full-length outing. It is out now. It's called A Monument of Silence. This Hollow Ache is the jam we're going to play from it, and strap in. It's badass. And to go along with our show, usually we do an old school jam. This one's not that old. I believe, what's that, 2010, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to play Austrian Death Machine because Get You the Chopper is right along with what we're talking about tonight. I felt appropriate. We had to stick it in there for you. And again, that's from my buddy Shredlord, the Arnie Man, as I've come to call him. And then we'll follow that up with a little Pandemic Outbreak. Pandemic Outbreak seems like an appropriate title of a band name these days, right? Skulls Beneath the Cross is the name of the song and album. And this is a debut coming out this Saturday, man. Pick it up this Saturday. This is a taste of it. And once you get a taste, you're going to want the whole goddamn thing. Here you go. Much love. Much metal.
Good. Latu, Barada, Nikto.
Who the hell are you people?
Now the thing is, I don't mind Harry Potter for what it is, which is a children's storybook. You know, I just get upset when people want to act like it's like this seminal classic, the greatest literary hallmark of our time, because it's not. All right? It's not. J.K. I have news for you guys, and I'm sorry if this hurts. J.K. did not write a masterpiece. J.K. wrote Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. And if you don't believe me, that's okay. That's okay. Just take a look at the evidence, all right? What do we have here? Oh, it's a young, male, orphaned protagonist who, for his own safety, had been sent to live with his aunt and uncle until a mysterious bearded stranger, who was actually the one to deliver him to his aunt and uncle when he was a baby, comes into his life, starts to teach him about this ancient kind of magic. Granny's going to learn a lot more about this magic from an older, wiser wizard who's high most of the time. Regardless, his uncle's totally against this magic stuff, won't even tell him what really happened to his parents. But against his uncle's wishes, he leaves home for the very first time, makes new friends, meets a pretty young, impetuous girl, and while there will be an odd sexual tension between the two of them, he will only ever love her like a sister while she struggles with the feelings that she has for his best friend, the scruffy comic relief. Existence of this supervillain who killed his parents back in the day with his sorcerer's ways before he got super evil and started calling himself Lord something or the other. But quite fortunately, it turns out that our hero is naturally good at flying and locating incredibly small targets. 2 centimeters? That's not impossible. I used to bullseye snitches on my firebolt back home. They're not much bigger than 2 centimeters. Don't touch the goblet, Cedric. It's a trap!
Come with me if you want to live.
That was kind of on time together. A plus.
Okay, we got an idea for the next big family action comedy. All right, it's about a guy named Marty, and he's very lazy. He's always sleeping late. Okay, is he cool like Ferris Bueller? No. But he does have this best friend who's, you know, a disgraced nuclear physicist. I'm confused here. This best friend, this is another student or, oh, no. No, this guy's either like 40 or 80. Like, even we don't know how old this guy's supposed to be. But one day, the boy and the scientist, they go back in time and they build a time machine. Whoa! Okay, I think I see where you're going here. They build a time machine and they go back in time and they stop the Kennedy assassination. Ah. Oh, wow, that's a really good idea. I mean, we didn't even think of that. All right, well, what do they do with the time machine? Well, now I'm embarrassed to say. All right. We thought it would be funny, you know, if the boy, if he went back in time and, you know, he tried to fuck his mom. I don't know. We thought that'd be fun for people. But no, good point. No, he doesn't get to. But because this family friend named Biff, he comes in and he tries to rape the mom in front of the son. The dad's gotta beat the rapist off of her. And also, we're going to imply that a white man wrote Johnny Be Good, so we're going to take that away from him.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you.
What?
Don't cross the streams.
This is Jeremy with the band Repent, and my metal family at Metal-O-Mania is celebrating science fiction flicks tonight. Let's get back to the countdown and follow our band on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Good stuff. Which brings us to Necrotic Nick's number 6, but again, we're going to hit the suspense pause button there.
Right.
Because your number 6 shows up even higher on somebody else's list tonight.
Right.
So, I guess we'll do my number 6 then.
Okay.
I got a question. How come none of my movies show up on nobody else's fucking list, you bastards? What the fuck?
Because we have a unique list.
Because you manipulate your list.
I love Shred. Shred, we're hanging
What
out,
did
brother.
he say?
Because I have my uniqueness. That's
You're a unique snowflake, and just bless your heart, sir.
Bless his heart.
That's like what your mom tells you when you're like being teased by the kids in school.
Shred, I love you.
You're special, and I love you, and that's all that matters.
Don't let her degrade what we have.
That's right. Don't, hey.
Trying to downplay it.
Keep telling me I'm special, Shred.
That's right, damn it.
Yeah, I love
Such
you.
a good boy you are. Such a good boy.
Well, you know, my number 6 is special for me and Jam and John, actually, because we're going to go in half on a deprivation tank.
Oh my God.
A big reason I want to do that is because of this fucking movie, Altered States.
In the basement of one of the country's leading medical schools, Dr. Edward Jessup, candidate for a Nobel Prize, is conducting the most dangerous experiment in the history of science, and the subject of the experiment is himself.
I'm really frightened.
What the hell was that?
We could be screwing around with this whole genetic structure. Now, how do we stop this?
Millions of years stored away in that computer bank we call our minds. We have got trillions of dormant genes in us, our whole evolutionary past. Perhaps I've tapped into that.
You're already up. Because I believe it, I want this thing stopped.
The most terrifying experiment in the history of science is out of control.
Nice.
No.
That movie is twisted.
1980, William Hurt, fucking twisted fucking goddamn movie.
I wasn't even alive yet, for the record. But
yeah, I know.
No, I am not okay with the deprivation. I don't even like to think about it. It stresses me out, like just thinking about it. The anxiety it gives me.
No.
Help me.
No.
Oh no, I think it'd be fucking amazing. I mean, you're totally void of a couple senses, and
all of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, eventually, if you get the flotation right, yeah, you'd be void of everything. That sounds.
What happens if you Dutch oven yourself in one of those?
Yeah, you're gonna be like cooking in there, man.
That would be
like
brutal.
a slow cooker.
Was that a fart? I don't know. I can taste it.
I mean, that's not what you want.
I think that's what you do to ensure that nobody else will ever get in your dep tank ever.
Right.
That's
You want
fair.
to try this out? No.
Nope. That's all right.
Smells like ass and corn chips in here. What's going on?
I brought corn chips with me.
Well, and for any of our viewers out there who are under fucking 300 like me, I guess, Altered States came out in 1980. It is a movie about a professor who believes that through drugs and interacting deeper with his own mind and subconscious, he can literally manifest or change reality as the result of it. Kind of a literal mind over matter, if you will. If you get it, if you believe it enough, it'll happen, kind of a thing.
Okay.
And it's got a great ending to it. It's a great fucking movie. It's very early sci-fi effects, you know, like I say, 1980, but man, it's a movie that'll stay with you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen part of it. But my state was altered when I watched it. So.
A great way to watch it, sir.
Yeah.
You ever seen
Metal-O-Mania
on weed?
That's the way to see it, man. It's just whack.
yeah. It's a twisted, weird movie, and I need to watch it again. It's been years since I've watched that movie, but I remember watching it and pretty much just going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It's a freak out, man. Blair Brown, that's right. Blair Brown was the female lead, who of course everybody loved in the 80s. Big 80s role. I believe she was in Dreamscape too. Do you remember Dreamscape by any chance with Dennis Quaid?
I think I own that movie. I love that movie. I think that was Oh.
Dennis Quaid was Freddy Krueger way before Freddy Krueger, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had what's the dude from like Warriors?
Oh yeah, right. He was the bad guy,
Patrick
right?
Kelly, something. Patrick Kelly.
Patrick Kelly, yeah.
John Patrick Kelly or something like that, or
right? Yeah, he was the bad guy in Dreamscape. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Kate Capshaw that was the female lead in that.
Oh, you're right. You are right, sir. You damn it. Well, still a great movie, and,
No, yeah.
and appropriate for our sci-fi talk. So
yeah.
Totally. All right. Well, there you go. Altered states. We hope that all of you out there are watching our show tonight in an altered state of your own.
I know I am.
I know I am too.
I spent a lot of money to get that way.
That's right. It's cost me at least $35 today.
Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh.
You might say it's my life's pursuit. Anyway, time to hit the fives, baby. You ready to do fives, everybody?
Fives. Let's knock her out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Johnny, what you got?
5 actually makes the most sense because Johnny 5 is alive.
Oh.
Mine was Short Circuit, although Short Circuit 2 I liked better than the first one.
Artificial intelligence has gotten too smart.
No. It's malfunctioning. It might not do anything.
But it could decide to blow away anything that moves, couldn't it?
Because $11 million worth of robot just hit the road.
Wow!
Number 5 is alive.
Welcome to my planet.
Nice software.
How it happens, who knows, but it has happened.
A new comedy adventure from John Badham, Ali Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg, and Number 5.
Beautiful.
Short Circuit.
I am alive.
Nice. I love the show.
I like them both.
Yeah.
I mean, one
Number Johnny
was
5
a little
was
bit more of a
awesome.
tearjerker when he dies at the end before they shock him back to life. And then-
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, way to ruin
He
it,
doesn't.
John.
Wow, dude.
But robots never die. He's not. But Johnny 5 is alive. Johnny 5 is alive. So
Johnny
he's
5
not
is
dead. He's
alive.
alive. So fuck off.
Hey, they've had 40 years to watch it. Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Los Locos!
Los locos kick your ass. Los locos kick your face. Los locos kick your balls into outer space. Uh-oh.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the lack of Gutenberg in the second one, but they had Michael McKean, and Michael McKean was in Spinal Tap, and therefore he's awesome.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Hey, man, Lenny. Fuck yeah. I love Michael McKean.
Fucking awesome.
That's good. Well, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I like your number 5, sir.
Thank you.
It's alive.
It's alive. Yeah.
It's alive. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the number 5 the same for all 3 of you guys? I believe Nick, Shred, and Scully have the same number 5.
We do. We all have.
That's right.
All at the same time. Should we count it down?
Yeah.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Total
Recall.
That was kind of on time together. A plus.
If I'm not me, who the hell am I?
Please fasten your seatbelt. I want Quaid delivered alive for reimplantation.
That's for making me come to Mars. You wouldn't hurt me. After all, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
We hope you enjoyed the ride.
I mean,
We're all perfectly hesitant together.
I was like, are we going to do it?
I just committed and went for it.
But yeah, Total Recall. Fucking rules.
What a great movie. You got the wrong guy. I've never been to Mars.
It's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies, and one of my favorites by Paul Verhoeven, who's going to make an appearance on here too. The whole look of the film is amazing. You know, there's solid performances from like lots of cool character actors. Michael Ironside is always a good bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be attending that party.
See you at the party, Richter.
I love Michael Ironside, dude. Yeah.
No one can convince me otherwise that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are not the 2 most badass men ever to live.
Yeah.
Those guys are my heroes.
That's
I think
so funny.
In their primes, they'd pretty much beat the shit out of anybody.
Oh, I propose to you right here, right now, on air, that we come back in a few months and do action movie list or something, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it'd be like Die Hard.
That'd be fun.
That's funny.
Best action franchises, maybe. But
Jean-Claude Van Damme's coming in there because let's not act like Kickboxer and Bloodsport.
Hey, motherfucking Time Cop is a great movie, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Bloodsport, though, man. Bloodsport was so good.
Dude, it was.
Bloodsport was a game changer.
Frankie, baby!
Dude, so was Enter the Dragon, though, man.
Oh, yeah, well.
What a great movie, dude.
Fuck yeah. Bloodsport came out right when VHS was hitting its prime, you know, right when people were hitting the video stores and renting Jean-Claude Van Damme movies left and right for a while there, you know.
Laser discs were on their way out and VHS were on their way in.
I saw Fast Times at Ridgemont High the first time on the laser disc.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Well, it's your number 5 too. What's your first scene that comes to your mind on Total Recall? Oh, I already know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
There's the thing I'm still waiting for to this day, being able to paint my fingernails.
She's still pissed that she can't paint her fingernails, but the drop of the button thing, like that.
Like one, that's just a stupid little scene.
The creepy fucking cabbie. Oh,
great shit.
No.
And of course, the chick with the 3 tits.
Oh,
three titties.
Yeah. You stole my scene as a child. How is your favorite scene not the one where the lady shows you 3 boobs?
That is a beautiful thing.
And he's like feeling them and stuff, and then he's like, "What are you doing?" And then he didn't have any money, right?
Yeah.
You can't. That's not gonna go over, dude.
Not gonna fly, bro. Quay, start the reactor. We're working our way through some kick-ass science fiction movies tonight with our pals at Thralls of Metal. And you're not going to want to miss any of it, so keep hanging out. But let's play a little bit of jams for you. It's a time for a 2-pack of jams. We're going to play some Macabre Decay for you. Macabre Decay, Wall of Bones is the jam from Into Oblivion. Hailing from Sweden, this is a sophomore outing from these death metal killers. And it is out now, so pick it up. And behind that, let's go with All Consumed. Through Violence Worship is the name of the song. Through Violence Worship from Rise of the Godless. We played some Birth of Ruin from these dudes in 2018, which was a badass release, and now they're back out of the UK and kicking ass. So let's shake it up a little bit. Let's mosh in the living room. Don't go nowhere.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Through
sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged.
This is Henry with Pursuit, and tonight we celebrate sci-fi flicks on Metal-O-Mania.
Everybody was kung fu fighting, yeah! Those rabbits were fast as lightning, yeah! In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing, yeah! Kung fu fighting, yeah! Those rabbits were fast as lightning, yeah!
This is Henry from Pursuit, and you are listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt and Scully.
Logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The
use the Force, Luke.
This is Brandon from Cruel Bomb, and the Metal-O-Mania gang is celebrating science fiction flicks tonight, so let's get back to it. Also, listen to Cruel Bomb, you fucking jabroni.
All right, well then I guess that's only my 5 left, right?
Yeah.
Since all 3 of you nailed yours.
Yeah.
My number 5 again. I'm in the dystopian fucking universe. 1975 Rollerball with James Caan, or as many of you know, Sonny Corleone, baby.
Demonstrate the futility of individual effort. The game do its work.
Game! This wasn't meant to be a game!
Now, please do not confuse it with the shitty 2002 remake with LL Cool J. What a dog shit movie that was! But
I think it made like a grand $13 at the box office too.
Oh.
So, yeah,
and it didn't even deserve that. It ruined one of my favorite movies ever. The original James Caan is an athlete in this very futuristic and very violent sport. It's almost gladiatorial in its way, I guess. And he comes to realize that the people that run the game have also realized that the bloodier the game is, the more people watch. So they very much treat the athletes as disposable, I guess, you know, and it sets off a very kind of cool showdown. Great fucking movie. What's that?
I said, like, foreshadowing into another movie we'll talk about later.
Oh, yeah, we got
Looking forward to it.
But if anyone has not seen Rollerball, please do never even bother watching the 2002 one.
The new one. Okay.
But yeah, James Caan, man. James Caan will always have a place in my heart as Sonny Corleone from The Godfather, of course. And there you go.
that was Roger Corman, right?
Yes, Roger Corman. Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, man, the king of schlock. He put out like 5 movies a year. It's like, fuck it. What's the budget?
Right. Right. And one of the ones he didn't direct, but he put the movie out, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he was crazy about that. He was always looking for fun write-offs for shooting in different places. We're shooting in the Philippines. Also, I'm on vacation in the Philippines.
Good stuff.
All right, my number 4, Hollow Man.
There goes nothing.
Sebastian?
It's amazing what you can do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror anymore.
There's more to fear than you can see.
Kevin Bacon. Dude, I love that movie.
How can you not? Kevin Bacon.
Dude, that movie got dark in a hurry too.
Yeah, goes from being happy Kevin Bacon to unfortunate Kevin Bacon. Invisible. Kills people.
So the real question is, though, which bacon is better?
There you go.
Crispy or softer bacon?
Or invisible.
I mean, he's not crispy until the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Invisible bacon.
Yeah, but he's invisible bacon, right?
Yeah, but they put him in the air fryer at the end.
Yeah, when he falls down the elevator shaft, that's creepy.
That's a little brutal.
I would propose maybe the more pertinent question is how many degrees from the beginning to the end is there of Kevin Bacon?
I see what you did there.
Well, I think at the end he's definitely cooking at around 500 degrees.
I love Kevin Bacon, man. Good shit.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Always a professional.
If he's going to be in the movie, it's going to be a good
It's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Stir of Echoes. Remember that movie? That was great.
Dude, that was a...
Yeah, I like that movie, too.
Tremors. Remember Tremors?
Oh.
Tremors fucking
I
rules.
love those.
Still.
Tremors was great.
Graboids.
Tremors
they
has a
should be
place
on
in
the
my
list.
heart forever, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember watching that on USA Network when I was young. It like Tremors would always play.
What
So-
they got like Tremors 12,
There's a
like
bunch of them.
still being made.
Didn't they end up
to this
becoming
day.
like dogs? Like they weren't even
Yeah.
work anymore.
Oh,
Like,
God, they started sensing it by heat and shit like that. They tried doing a series on Sci-Fi, and they ended up canceling it.
Yeah, it made one season of it. Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, and for me, I'm old, so of course it was the dad from Family Ties in a very different role.
Michael Gross.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
And he's in all of them, by the way.
Yep.
He's in like number 9, number 10. He's in all. And that he's stuck to that
a
franchise.
lifer. He wants that fucking paycheck, man.
Right, he
He
can't
wants
quit.
the paycheck.
He's got like an alimony payment. He's got to make.
Do we make action figures? Do I get royalties on that too?
Dude, I read that Nicolas Cage has to, by law, by way of palimony, accept 2 movies a year.
Alimony.
Or alimony or something. He has to. He has no choice but to accept 2 movies a year to pay his.
He needs to quit marrying these girls he dates for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, right?
Right.
That's expensive.
Going broke.
Right, dude.
Quit buying houses he'll never live in.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. He just buys a house like, well, I can put my car there. It's like, or live in it? No, you already have 3. Why do you have all this shit?
What are you doing? Yeah, that's why motherfuckers don't have no money, man.
Nicolas Cage is just upset because leaving Las Vegas was real. He tried to drink himself to death, and Elizabeth Shue showed him her titties and saved his life. So
I would save my life. I
Yeah.
would
hey.
save my life.
We just talked about your movie Hollow Man without mentioning Elizabeth Shue, and that's a failure on our part because I love her.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because she looked great in that movie too.
I had a thing for her since Adventures in Babysitting, so.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Cocktails, all of it, man.
That's
Fuck you.
fine.
That was in The Boys, right?
Yes, yes. She's
Yeah.
She was
a
the
great role in that, by the way.
She was the shit in that in The Boys.
Was she in The Boys?
She was
The
Oh,
boss.
yeah, she was the one that fucking Homelander creeped after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yep. Yeah.
remember Homelander sucking on her titties and shit. And
Dude, she was
Yep.
awesome in The Boys.
Fucking weird.
She was really,
Bono one biddy.
the CEO of the company.
I got to make you watch that. That's a good show. All right, go ahead. Give me your 4, Shreddy.
My number 4 is the timeless tale of Detroit police officer Alex Murphy and how he goes from a regular beat cop on the street to the baddest fucking cop to ever walk the streets. RoboCop.
It is my great pleasure to present to you RoboCop.
You better back up, pal!
Your move, creep.
We recorded every word you said.
You're dead! We killed you!
His memory's admissible as evidence.
You're gonna have to kill it.
Get out of the car, for God's sake!
RoboCop, the future of law enforcement.
Dumb baby. You are in violation of OCP's prime directives.
Fuck
What
yeah.
a fucking killer movie, man. Like, how cool is that they basically, you know, and the guy who played, what is it, Clarence?
Boddicker.
Yeah, Clarence Boddicker is, of course, Red Foreman. And
the 70 show, yep.
Why can't I think of it? Nick, who was the boss of OCP?
Oh, he's the old guy. He was the bad guy in fucking Halloween 3.
Yes.
I can't think of his damn name, but yeah, they just called him the old man. And he had Ronnie Cox as the Dick Jones.
Dick Jones, yeah.
Dick Jones.
And then
man, Ed 309's the shit.
Ed 309, dude. And then
I
it
love
was a
Ed
young
309.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
Wait, turn him off. Turn him off.
Well,
Don't they
and-
pass out tickets for cussing?
Oh, no, that's Demolition Man, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
I would
How
load
they
that
have
machine
sex
up.
in Demolition Man, remember? They put the little ring on their head or whatever, and Stallone's
Yeah.
like, I just prefer doing the old-fashioned way.
You food exchange? The hunka chunka? Oh.
gross and chaotic.
Thanks a lot, you shit. Pain in the ass.
For repeated violations of the verbal morality statute.
So much for the seashells.
Yeah, the seashells.
That's great. RoboCop, by the way, we should not overlook that was Necrotic Nick's number 6 that we did not mention.
I fucking love that movie. Actually, as soon as you brought up Clarence Boddicker, one of my favorite scenes is when they finally arrest him after RoboCop murks an entire warehouse full of drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking just spits the blood on the fucking desk, like, just give him a fucking phone call. Dude, he's such a great villain in that, but that whole movie is awesome. The direction's great. That's Paul Verhoeven again. He fucking rules. And the fact that there's like these stabs at consumerism and shit, like the commercials, I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Like that shit.
Best lines ever.
It's amazing.
Yeah, sir.
The XUX 3000. It sucks. It's telling you. It's amazing.
It's
that whole
amazing.
movie is killer, and I wish the sequels were as good, but they're not. The second one's okay. But Jesus Christ, that first one fucking rules.
Defining role for Peter Weller, of course.
Oh, God, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good shit. Good shit. He's made a career out of it. He's shown up in bits and pieces and things over the years. But, yeah, that when you think Peter Weller, you think RoboCop for sure.
Yep, and Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, yeah.
Leviathan.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Leviathan. What a great movie. Damn, that could have been on my list here, too.
Yeah, I thought about it. It was more horror, but yeah. I mean, it's one of the best Alien ripoffs ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And it is exactly that, for sure.
It's fucking Nicky name drop over here. I'm going to drop you 500 movies.
That's how we do. We're trying to get as many. Yeah.
Stop being envious of my brain meats. They're fantastic. They know things.
They know things.
Hey you guys, this is Siri, and I want you to know that all those rumors about me joining Skynet are just lies.
Fuck yeah. And by now you've grabbed a friend or two, a couple of metalheads, right? You're adding all your metalhead friends to come talk science fiction and metal with us, right? Don't forget, we got Pestilence coming on the show Friday night to talk about the new release. Lots of good things coming for you in the next few weeks and some good songs coming for you right now. Let's do a 2-pack of metal. Let's open this up with a little bit of Requiem. Requiem, Collapse into Chaos is the name of the brand new release. Mankind Never Learns. Kind of a science fiction theme there, if you don't mind my noticing. Badasses from Switzerland with an impressive discography that should not be overlooked, gang. This comes out Friday and is their 7th full-length outing. And fucking purely killer shit. Pick it up. And then we're going to play some Path of Destiny. March of the Antichrist is the song from The Seed of All Evil. With deathy, melodic, and black elements to spare, this band from Germany is just fantastic. This album just came out and it's begging you to let it inside of your head. So open it up. Let us in.
Did you hear they're remaking Chewbacca Goes to College?
away from her, you bitch!
Well, there's supposed to be some words here, but I forgot them because I smoked too much pot. I went to Lollapalooza and everybody out there was smoking pot. I saw Blind Melon and the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Pearl Jam and Widespread Panic. Let's go smoke some pot! 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 Come on, let's go smoke some pot! Let's go!
Dick! My God, it's full of stars.
God gives us intelligence to uncover the wonders of nature. Without the gift, nothing is possible.
All right, well, that's all the movies you get to hear us talk about in part one, so you're going to have to come back next week to hear the rest of the list. It'll be worth it, I promise. I'll drop in some metal, I'll drop in some fucking pop culture shit, and Thralls of Metal and Scully will be with us, so there you go. You know, you still got to put up with me, and I apologize for that, but it'll be worth it. Come back and hang out with us next week, everybody. So, we're going to get out of here for part one. We're going to be here Friday night. We're going to have Pestilence coming on. Patrick from Pestilence is going to come in Friday. We're going to do a special Metal Yard where we're going to play nothing but jams that are being released this Friday, June 25th. It's going to be a June 25th Metal Yard, and we're going to play nothing but June 25th releases for it. I won't get in the way too much. We're going to talk to Patrick for it about the new release for Pestilence. And then next week on Wednesday, come on back. We'll do the second part of this show. We'll finish our sci-fi list. We're going to be talking to the Epoch of Chorality next week. In fact, a very kick-ass sci-fi band. But, man, we got great things coming for you. We just booked Evil to come on the show in the next few weeks. We're going to be talking to Tombstone Blue. We got great interviews coming for you, man. So keep hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. And we'll keep bringing you metal. I promise you that. And, again, we got a stand-up comedy thing we're working on with Blake from Pig Destroyer and Brian from Acts of Swine and more Thralls of Metal guys because I'm going to talk to them about underwear on the show one day. Who knows? But here we go. Let's close the door on this part of our special with two more jams. In fact, speaking of Thralls of Metal, the first of these two jams is going to be Witch Vomit, which Thralls of Metal just did a review of the new Witch Vomit EP. You're going to want to go over to their YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, you're doing yourself dirty. And watch that video and all their videos. They got good shit over there. So Witch Vomit, we're going to play Abhorrent Rapture, which is the title track on the new EP. These cats are out of Portland, Oregon. This is just came out on the 18th, so it's brand new, brand spanking new. Pick it up. And then we're going to close the show with some Human Prey. Solaranite is the name of this song, appropriately enough, very science fiction themed. And the album is called Grave Robbers from Outer Space. Again, it's like they made it for our special tonight. And they fucking did, man. They certainly made it for all of you metalheads because they're a bunch of badasses and you're going to love it. It's punishing. It's brutality. They're from Germany. And it closes out part one of our sci-fi special. And, man, it's top shelf. As are all things around here, damn it. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Thralls of Metal, for coming by. Thank you to Cypecore for coming by. Thank you for Scully to putting up with the rest of us and all our craziness. And thank all you metalheads who support the show. We'll see you we'll see you Friday with Pestilence. We'll see you next Wednesday for part two of this. And here you go, Witch Vomit and Human Prey. That's how we roll. Fuck, did I say that?
Nerd. You're a fucking nerd. Nerd. You're a fucking nerd. And no one likes you. No one likes you.
Nice reverse psychology. I can do that too. Don't go fuck yourself.
That's good. Come on.
Throw down? No, I just came closer to hear you better. Oh, come on, just give it a try. All right, maybe just a little. Let it go, let it go. Try to get a grip on what this man never will flow, never will flow. Boy, what he did be told to say. Everyone knows, perception isn't always what it says. What if we chose, sing our sorry song in minor key? Oh, they don't know shit. They don't know shit. Now everyone is staring at the sun because they don't know shit. They don't know. Everything you got! Come on, you ape! You want to live forever?
We seek peaceful coexistence.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I'll be back.
Hey, what's up? This is Thomas O'Gothalak. And this is Reptilian Deluxe from Vader. And you're listening to Metal-O-Mania.
Hey everyone, this is Dominic from Task Force Toxicator, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully.
This just in. Scientists have discovered that once you've been infected by Metal-O-Mania, there is no cure. Contact Scully right away for more and more metal to feed the dragon.